Hey, what's up, everybody? How you doing? It is your gal, Victorious Val Gal, coming at you once again. How y'all doing? Let me see. Hey, Google, play Forbidden Knowledge. Hey, what's up, Changing Legacies? How you doing? It's your gal, Victorious Val Gal. Excuse me, coming at you. Hope you're having a great day. Hey, St. Mark AME Church. All right, the church is in the house. Y'all must have heard about me. Y'all must have heard something about me. Did y'all hear something about me? You know how I grew up in the church? Hold on, let me turn this off. I grew up in the church. I grew up in the church, okay? But I'm not going to talk about the church to y'all today. I'm not going to talk to y'all about the church today. How you doing? Shock Sam, what's up? John Baker, how you doing? Come on in. It is your gal, Victorious Val Gal. How y'all doing? How is everybody doing today? I am a coach. I'm a life coach. I study, first of all, I'm licensed and certified. So I'm not just one of those calling themselves a coach. I'm licensed and I'm certified, okay? I work with a lot of therapists shoulder to shoulder. But I can tell you one thing. The therapists that I work with shoulder to shoulder are saying, Val, we like your style. We like you get results. You get results. So today I want to know what's your problem. I want to know what is your problem. Now, I do a lot of coaching, right? I love coaching women. I really do love coaching women. And I will tell you, but I'm not exclusive just to coaching women. However, it just seems like, I don't know, y'all gravitate to me, and that's all cool and dandy, and I love that, right? Hey, Regina Foster, how you doing? Hey, Brother 21, how you doing? Hey, Keith, how you doing? Hey, Colette, how you doing? Colette Coach, are you a coach too? So listen, I'm licensed, I'm certified. I work with a lot of therapists, but therapists, even my therapist friends tell me that they take a long time. A long time. They could take years and years and years to get to it because they really deal with trying to figure out why you are the way you are. Where I'm like, I don't care why you are the way you are. I'm like, let's just fix it. Okay? It's almost like, why is the sky blue? And going all into the science of why the sky is blue. But guess what? It doesn't matter. The sky is still blue. Okay? So I get down to the root. And I'm into processes to pull you out. So I deal with neuroscience. I deal with quantum physics, which is really spirituality, right? And I can mix some quantum physics up in there really good because I say, and I know that the truth is the truth. Hey, Gloria, how you doing? The truth is the truth. So listen, how about you guys let me know where you coming in from? What's your city? What's your state? Where you coming in from? I am in Charlotte, North Carolina. Where we just got through with a vicious rainstorm. It was something, okay? It was pouring down. I was like, is it pouring down outside? Really? So anyway, hey, Giggy Star, Oswald, Robert, how you doing? So a lot of the ladies that I talk to, that I coach, the main problem that they're having is with relationships. So, and relationships is big. Relationships is broad. It could be down to your husband and wife, okay, relationships, brother, sister, mama, daddy. I mean, don't relationships shape our whole world, okay? It shapes our whole world. Professional relationships, personal relationships, okay? It affects every part of us, right? So relationships are a big, huge thing that I coach on, right? And so when I'm coaching, I really ask a lot of questions. It's about the questions that you ask, okay? Because see, if I just tell you something, blah 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 blah, you'll think, oh, blah 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 blah, right? But if I ask you a question so that you can think about something, and then you answer your own question and give yourself the answer, now we're somewhere, okay? That's why I'm able to get people to act further and faster, okay? Further and faster. In fact, I take people from limiting beliefs to limitless living. Limiting beliefs, you feel like you stuck. Whatever's going on, it ain't changed, okay? It hasn't changed. It ain't been changing. And you just feel like you stuck no matter what. But it's all in the way you look at it. I take you from limiting beliefs to limitless living. Limiting beliefs to limitless living. What is limitless living? Does that mean you got a certain amount in your bank account? Well, it might, but it doesn't have to be that way. Limitless living is all in how you perceive things. Everything starts with your mind. How you think is how you feel, and how you feel is what you do, and what you do is what you have, okay? So you got to understand it all starts up in here. So that limiting belief, it started right here. Okay, it could have been something that happened to you as a child. It could have been something that happened to you as a grown adult. Doesn't matter. It's a limiting belief. And if you want to go from being stuck to limitless living, guess what? It's all going to start from here. Hey, Dr. Jackson, how are you doing? Thank you for the heart. Tell me where you coming in from. I'm in Charlotte, North Carolina, okay? And tell me, what is it that you do? Okay, that's a lot of questions. But I just want to know. Michigan. Okay, would that be Detroit, Michigan? Would that be Detroit, Michigan? And are you a doctor? Like, are you a medical doctor? Are you PhD? What kind of doctor are you, Dr. Jackson? I would love to know. I would love to know. Hey, Teresa Holden, how are you doing? Hi, Michael Scott. How are you? How are you? Hey, Wayne, how are you doing? Hey, Kim, how you doing, Kim? It's good. Lake Onion. Oh, I ain't never heard of a Lake Onion. Lake Onion, Michigan. I've never heard of a Lake Onion. Sounds quite interesting. I'm going to have to look that up. Lake Onion. Like, what's the meaning behind a lake onion? I mean, I know that's got to mean something. Not onion. Okay. Oh, did I see Orion? I had to blink my eyes a little bit and get my vision right. Lake Orion. Ooh. Now that gives me a whole nother thing. You say we've been married for 30 years from Arizona. Hello. Hey, Stanley, how you doing? You say you've been married for 30 years? Is that your problem? I don't know. Are you just making a statement? Are you just making a statement? So we're talking about problems today. Hopefully we'll get into some relationship stuff today. But let's just see what the interaction is today. Let's just see what questions y'all have today, okay? Let's just see what comes up today, all right? Let's have our discussion. You know, I try to come on here every day around this time, and we talk. Stanley says, high school sweetheart. Oh, you were married? You've been married to your high school sweetheart for 30 years? That's amazing. That's wonderful. Let's see. Dr. Jackson says, I see you like nice glasses. I love my Tom Ford eyeglasses. I know, right? Yes, I love good eyeglasses. I really do. And these are readers too, but I just wear them all the time. Like, I just wear them all the time, but I really, really do love them. Okay, I guess this might be one of two favorite pairs I have. Okay, I like glasses. I do. Thank you, Dr. Jackson. Thank you so much. And what are you a doctor of? Are you a PhD? medical doctor? Tell me, what are you a doctor of? And thank you for liking the live, and thank you for all the hearts, y'all. I really appreciate the love, okay? And guess what? I'm giving love back to you too. I'm giving love back to you too. I tell you, one of my favorite things is to come on here on this live. I love to come on live and just get to know you guys. You guys get to know me. Ask questions, okay? And, let's get some interaction going. So I want to know, what's your problem? And so I believe that Stanley was trying to make a statement or something. I don't know. But Stanley, if you have a question, let me know. You said you've been married for 30 years. You're from Arizona. You've been married to your high school sweetheart. Look, let me ask you a question. How you do that? How'd you do that? You know what I'm saying? Like, that's amazing. That's really, really great. I bet that's kind of like unheard of these days, right? To be able to marry your high school sweetheart and being married for 30 years. That's amazing. That is really amazing. You could probably run this live right now, okay? And give us some words of wisdom, some words of advice. Like, how did you know, like, Stanley, it's Stanley, right? How did you know, Stanley? Or did you know? This is my question for Stanley. How did you know she was the right one? Or did you know? Was it just like a hope? Did she know that you were the right one? Was it a feeling? Was it an unction? What was it? How did you know, being in high school, to just get married and say, or was it over time that you learned to go with the good and the bad? And you tell me, and that you all became the one? Or did you just know from the beginning? Okay, so what did M Love say? Can you see whether it's going to rain next Friday? Listen, it's raining now where I am. For me, she was the right one. How did you know? Like, when did you know? When did you know? Did you know when you met her? When you first laid eyes on her, you knew? Did you know? Did it develop over to you? Were you just hoping and praying that this was going to work out? Sometimes I feel like when you get married like that, you have to have a hope and a prayer, because you don't know. With anything, you don't know. You don't know whether it's going to work out right or not, right? And you have to be willing to grow together, to come together, right? I think. But look, Stanley, you're the expert in this one. Look, Dr. Jackson said that's true. Dr. Jackson, how long did you marry your high school sweetheart? What's going, y'all tell me. I want to know. I want to know. Y'all give me some interaction today. And tap that screen. Give me some love. Look, I wore red for y'all today. Okay. Tap that screen. Give me some love. We broke up years ago. Oh, okay. Your wife, you broke up years ago. Okay. I understand that too. That's probably more like I shouldn't say that, because everybody, there's different things that's going on. Let me see. Stanley says, for her, yes. When I called her mom in Denver and said, I will take of your daughter going forward. Wow. Child psychologist is my profession. Okay, Dr. Jackson, a child psychologist. Very nice to have you on. Okay, very nice to have you on. Okay, thank you, Cassie. I appreciate you so much for the roses. Thank you. Oh, yes. Oh, I love the interaction that y'all are having too. So, give us some tips. Okay, so Stanley, give us some tips, man. Tell us. You knew, and you called her mama and said, I'm taking over. How old were you when you said that? How did you know? Cassie said, hello, it's nice to see you. I hope that I'll be able to consult with you again. Hey, Cassie, how you doing? How's everything? Let me see. Aren't you up in, is it New York? Aren't you up in New York or somewhere up there? Girl, yes. Look, okay, listen. Cassie, did you like the consultation that I gave you? We didn't get to finish it. I don't think we got a chance to finish it. So we need to finish it. So guys, you can go. Oh, Baldwin, New York. I knew it was in New York. So listen, you can go to the link. Okay, there's a link in my, can I say that? Link in bio. Y'all know. Go to my link up there, up there, and click it. And I am doing a consultation. It's called First Session. But for Cassie, I don't think we finished yours anyway, okay? Yes, I was so looking forward to finish. Life be life. A child, I understand. Life be life. Or Cassie, you might be able to check your email. You should have gotten some emails from me. So look for my name, Valencia Dantzler, in your email. Or you may see something that says Limitless Living. If you see a link, I would advise you to click that so that you can finish your session at no charge, okay? Because look, my calendar got so busy. I'm now charging, okay? I'm charging for them. But if you're on my list and you have the link, there is a link. You can click that link. And you can use that. Cassie, you said your hair is so beautiful. Oh, thank you. I just decided to take my hair down today. I decided to take it down today, And someone said, I didn't know your hair would do that. I didn't know. People are looking at me like, oh my, I'm like, what? I just took my hair down. That's it. Okay. That's all I did. Okay, but I guess if you're not used to seeing it, you're not used to seeing it. Thank you so much for the compliment. Thank you. I'm loving red. Red is like one of my colors. I can't say it's my favorite color. My favorite color is pink. That's my favorite color. But red is a little off from pink, right? And I can't say I do like the way red looks on me. So thank you very much. Okay? But y'all click that link and get that, okay? Look for the email. Yes, look for the email, okay? Or send me a message. You should still have your Pensight information, so you can always send me a message through there as well. I'm loving Pensight. I love that platform. So just so you guys will know, if you decide to get a session with me, it's all done through Pensight, okay? Which is the link that you will see. It is Pensight, right? And you can click on there. You'll just register. It's a free registration. I think it just asks you for your name and your email. I don't know if it asks you for your number, okay? I know the Pensight is cool, isn't it? I love it. And listen, did we record your session, Cassie? Because if we recorded it, it's in there. So it's in the chat, okay? Where we held our session, it wasn't a chat, but it's in there. There's a chat. So you can click it and you'll find your recording in there. So, and that recording is for you to keep. You can download it. You can just watch it in the Pensight. It's whatever you want to do with that recording. And you can actually, I invite you, the reason that I'm recording it is because I invite you to go back and look at it, right? Like, listen to the questions that I'm asking you, even how you responded to the questions, because the way that you respond now to these questions may not be the same way that you responded then, okay? So it's gold. You said I did not realize that it is fantastic. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, it's very valuable to you. I had one of my ladies, she went back and she listened to her recording and she was like, I can't even believe I was acting that way. She said she called herself Lord, Eddie Murphy just joined us. Hey, Eddie. She said, I cannot believe my mind was like that I was acting that way. You know what I'm saying? So it's really good to go back and listen to those recordings, okay? In fact, if you sign up to do a continuum with me, okay, because I do have a program, you'll also have recordings of that as well. So it'll be one-on-one interaction, right? And you'll see yourself go from really limiting, you'll see it. You're going to go from limiting beliefs to limitless living, okay? Limiting beliefs to limitless living. You just got to make sure you do your homework, okay? Like I give homework after each session. And the magic is also, and if not more so, the magic is in doing the homework. Because remember, this is a work. Like you have a problem. You have something that, you have a limiting belief. And we all have beliefs. Look, if Dr. Jackson is still on here, he can probably tell you about limiting beliefs. Okay, he is a child psychologist, okay? I'm sure he can tell you about limiting beliefs and what they are, okay? Yeah, he can tell you about those things. And a belief is just something that we give meaning to. It's something that we give meaning to. But if we give meaning to it this way, guess what? And we find ourselves stuck. We can change that and give the meaning, give it another meaning that will propel us, okay? So it's all in what you give. It starts with you. So this is a work. It's a work that's got to be done, okay? It's got to be done, okay? Like you owe it to yourself to work on yourself, okay? And don't feel bad that you feel like you couldn't do it yourself. Okay, listen, I have a coach, all right? And my coach has propelled me. Okay? So it's never a time really when you don't need to be coached, when you're going from one level to the next level. You understand what I'm saying? I should always be expanding, always going from one level to another level. Okay? Always, 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 right? You should always want to get better, okay? Always get better. And so there's nothing wrong with having a coach. Nothing wrong. The thing is, and I'm saying this from experience, okay? Because years ago, I never believed in any of this. Never. I was like, listen, I had not straight A's, but I had a 3.5 at least, right? I graduated with at least a 3.5. So all of my adult years that I was in school, I excelled. And I thought I knew everything. Coming out of college, I thought I knew everything, that you couldn't tell me anything, all right? Because if it wasn't taught in school, that was my belief. If it wasn't taught in school, I must not need to know. But now that I'm older, now that I've been through life a little bit, like Cassie said, life be lifing. Oh, they don't teach you about how life be lifing in school. They don't teach you that. They don't teach you that. And we go through the school of what? Hard knocks. We go through that school of hard knocks. Okay? And hopefully we learn. But guess what? That's not even enough now. Just saying I'm going through the school of hard knocks. No. Because you can go through the school of hard knocks and end up knocking yourself out. Knocking yourself on out of here. Okay? And you guys know, I'm sure, I think there's a statistic that out of 10 people, at least 7 have been affected by people who have knocked themselves out of here. Okay? Knock them. Either you've thought about it yourself, right? Or you know people who either thought about it or done it. And I would say that the statistics are even higher than that, guys. But listen, if you're like I was years ago, I never believed in any of this stuff. I thought, oh, it's just somebody trying to get my money. That's all it is, right? Because you can't change your beliefs. Your beliefs are your beliefs. You can't change life be life into you. You can't change the problems. You just have to suck it up and bear it. That was my belief. That is no longer my belief. That is no longer my belief. Yes, you can change your beliefs. You can change it. And like I said, I deal with quantum physics a lot. And what you project out, it comes back to you. Okay, what you project out into this world, it comes back to you. I shudder to think of the people that live this life with ill intent on other people. And they think that it's not going to come back to them. Okay? Listen, everything that you project out, it reverbs right on back to you. Okay? It really does. So that's why you've got to, hey Steve, that's why you got to deal with love. You got to deal with love. You got to deal with people in love. Even your enemies. I had to catch myself. I continue to catch myself. See, it's an awareness thing. Because if you're not aware of a thing, you can never change it. Okay? And there's levels to this. So guess what? Even today, I'm like, wow. I caught myself thinking about some things. I said, wait, Val. Become aware. Are you dealing in love right now? I want you to give that person love right now. Even though they're not with you right now, give them love. Send that energy out of love, because what's going to happen is it's going to get to them. Okay? But not only that, you're reverberating love, and it's going to come right on back to you. Okay? That's why I really try to do things right amongst people. You understand what I'm saying? Integrity is a big deal. It's a big deal. Okay? Stanley says, we were both seniors in high school, going to college, and it just worked out. That's right. You said, try love, hard to explain. Exactly. Well, you know what? This is what I believe as well with what Stanley just said, that you do have to trust, especially 1992. Is that when it was? 1992? Wow. I ain't going to tell you what I was doing in 1992. I wasn't even in high school in 1992. Oh, I was out. Okay, so you're talking to somebody who has been around for a little bit, okay? But I'm going to tell you that if you start out early, and I just bet this, Stanley, I just bet. I don't think you've been perfect or anything like this, but I think maybe your parents or your upbringing, I think that you probably had a generous childhood. Like your parents were generous to other people. Your parents were loving to other people. And that you yourself became that way too. So I believe, and Stanley, you could tell me if I'm wrong. This is live. I don't even know who you are. But this is just what I'm picking up. I'm picking up that because of that, because you had that early in your childhood, growing up, that there was a certain trust that you had, like with the universe. You understand what I'm saying? And that when you saw her, then you trusted that the universe was sending something good back to you, and that she was the one. And you said she was the one. In fact, you told her mama, I'm going to take care of her from now on. And you were a man of your word, and you did it. Okay, let me read what Stanley said, because I could have been reading it wrong. Not perfect, but you're right. My parents was perfect, but she never knew her father. Oh, see? I told y'all. Your parents. And the thing was, your parents were loving. They were generous. And guess what? It was instilled into you Whether you knew it, you probably picked it up subconsciously, right? But when you found out that she never knew her father, that struck a nerve in you. That did something. That put in you the man, you being a man, even though you were young, you said, I'm going to take care of her. I'm going to be the one to take care of her. And that's why, see, that's it. That's why y'all been married for 30 years. That's why she was your high school sweetheart. Because you said and you proclaimed you were going to take care of her. I didn't know it or how to use it, but I knew it was right. Come on, Stanley. That's quantum physics working for you, the universe. And guys, quantum physics is really just spirituality. That's what it is. You can Google it. It's really spirituality. So it's nothing like new. It's nothing like unicorns and crystals. Even though I do like unicorns and crystals. It's not. It's real. This is real science, okay? So, I can read energy, y'all, and I get downloads. I'm going to tell you that. I do. I get downloads. I do. I think it's because of my hair. That's one of the reasons, okay? Because I'm just learning that your hair, your natural hair, is an extension of your nervous system, okay? And that our hair can pick up energy, okay? So really, like when I'm talking to Stan, y'all saw me talking to Stan, and y'all share this out, please. Share it. I'm picking up. It's the same thing when in a one-on-one consultation. In a one-on-one consultation, I can go deeper with it, okay? In fact, sometimes it's coming at me so quick. I'm taking notes and stuff. I can't even write it down quick enough, okay? And so sometimes our sessions can get fast. Like I fire off questions. Because I'm not only hearing you here, I'm not only hearing you or seeing you here, but I'm picking up your energy. That's for real, y'all. I'm telling you, and that's a real thing. I'm picking up your energy. She likes unicorns too. I love unicorns, man. I do too. I really do. I really, really do, right? But that's it. Like I can pick up a person's energy and they don't even know it. I can walk past them and I already got it. It's like I already understand it. I already got it. Boom. And I know what to do with it. Okay? So yes, I can read. I really do. I read your energy. Okay? And when I do a session with you guys, I like to get breakthroughs. I get breakthroughs. I go for the breakthroughs. Now, in a session, I've had many people in their first session get a breakthrough. I've had one lady, I said, well, listen, as long as you're answering my questions correctly, then you have a breakthrough. And there is no need for us to continue on. Okay? I did have that happen. So many people get a breakthrough in their first session. They get a breakthrough. Okay? Usually maybe the second session, right? Some type of breakthrough, right? But if you go the whole 9 yards with me, you're going to be totally changed. And I love it because you can see the evidence. Because the sessions are recorded, so you can go back and you can look. A lot of times we don't know how we've changed, and one of the reasons why I love the recording is you can go back and you can see your change. You can go from the first, the second, the third, the fourth, the fifth, the sixth recording. You can see your change. It's just evident. Okay? It is evident. Okay. But I do have to say, we had to make our circle of friends very small. Come on, Stanley. Stanley, you about to preach up in here, Stanley. Okay, so listen. In a marriage, okay? What Cassie say? I can confirm that the first session sparked awareness within. Come on, Cassie. Come on, and it starts with the awareness. It starts with the awareness. Everything starts with, once you are aware of something, Now you're like, okay. But when you're oblivious, you're stuck in that limited belief. You're oblivious. You don't even know anything about a belief. You don't know a belief is something that we give meaning, that we ourselves give meaning to. You just think that's just the way it is. So when you're oblivious to something, to being aware, nothing's going to change. Something's going to change. You have to become aware. All right? And so sometimes I have to start just with that. Okay? Sometimes everybody's different, right? But sometimes I have to just start with that. Okay? Now I want to get back to what Stanley was saying. Stanley said they had to keep. Now this because of the marriage? Like, I would gather this venture, Stanley, that this was within when you guys became married, that you found out that you had to keep your circle of friends small and tight. Okay? And I get that. Right. He says, right. I get that. Right? Because you know what? Let me tell you something. When you're in a marriage, you can't be influenced by any and everybody and everybody's opinion. And first of all, telling all your business to everybody, and then everybody having their opinions. You know what they say about opinions? They're like holes, right? Everybody got one, but everybody ain't got a word for you. Okay? And so when two people come together like that, I agree, Stanley. Keep your circle of friends tight and small. Okay? Tight and small. And the thing is, that's that F word. Family, that's that F word. Listen, the two friends gotta be the both of you. Y'all really got to communicate and be, because y'all in this thing together. So really, if that circle is just the two of you, that's cool. Stanley said, girl, you own it. That's cool. But you got, look, both, and that's with any type of relationship, because we are kind of talking about relationships today. If that communication is not on point, if the other one is fearful for communicating to the other, it is not going to work. There cannot be that. It's going to break down the whole friendship thing, the whole union. It's just going to break down. You got to have your communication got to be spot on. You got to be honest. Honest with each other. You got to be bold enough and courageous enough. And doesn't mean you have to do this never in a violent way or a confrontational way or in a way of a low vibration. No. Because arguing is not communicating. That ain't communication. Okay? But when you get your emotions, try to get your emotions at bay. And you can come and listen. Deal in love. Meaning, you ain't got to say, I love you, I love you, I love you all the time to convince that person that they're loved. Remember, we can feel energy. We really can. You got to be honest. You got to deal with that person in love. Meaning, like, I'll just take myself for instance. Let's say I'm having a confrontation with somebody. I calm myself down and I start dealing with them in love. And the way that I deal with them in love, the fact that I'm calmed down, the fact that I'm thinking in my head, okay. I'm breathing, okay. I love this person. I'm saying it to myself. I'm thinking thoughts. I'm vibrating the love towards them. They don't know it. They don't know it. They don't know it. I'm giving them love. Give them love. They're human like you're human. Look, we all make mistakes. Come on. I'll be the first to tell you I done made plenty of mistakes. Okay? And guess what? You done made mistakes too. So don't you fault that person. Don't you send them angst. Love them. Love the human inside of them. And have compassion. Stanley said, nope, just holding hands. Other people think it's strange. I love it. I saw a couple yesterday. They were holding hands. And it was an older couple. And I was like, yes, that's it. They were just holding hands and just standing beside each other. And that's a beautiful thing. That's a beautiful thing. That's a beautiful thing. And it radiated. It just radiated. Like I could feel it, you know? It just radiated. So, yeah. You got to really love that person. It's not necessarily what you say. In fact, sometimes you saying too much. You saying so much, it's like, okay, are they real sincere about what they're doing? Or can I feel the love? Would you rather hear the love or feel the love? Let me repeat that. Would you rather just hear the love or would you rather feel the love? I don't know about you, but I'd rather feel the love. Okay? Like, don't be talking so much. I think you're trying to hide something. Okay? Don't be talking like that. Don't be talking. You can talk a little bit. Cause some people just they're more verbal than anything, right? But you can talk, but I gotta feel it. I better feel it. If I don't feel it, the meaning that I'm giving to that is it doesn't exist if I don't feel it. And I'm just saying, hey dads, how you doing? Stanley said, you are right. Thank you. Y'all tap that screen. Tap that screen, give me some love. This don't cost nothing. Tap the screen, tap the screen, tap the screen. Look, tap the screen, okay? Let me feel that energy. Let me feel that energy, okay? Yes. Let me feel that love. Let me feel that love. So, yeah. So who else is out there? Anybody else out there or anybody have anything to say? Of course, Stanley, if you have anything else, Dr. Jackson, if you're still on, Cassie, if you're still on, you know, let's talk. Thank you for the conversation. Have a great evening. Thank you, Stanley. Thank you so much, Stanley from Arizona. Thank you. All right. I do appreciate that. I really do. So, Mary G, how are you doing? How's everybody doing today? I love the hearts. Thank you. Cassie said, I believe it divine that I found you. Oh, Cassie, that's so sweet. I feel that. Thank you so much. I feel that. I feel that about you as well. That it was divine as well. Okay? And I just love speaking with you, you know? I really do. You have a certain level yourself. Like, you're not really even at beginner level or anything. You have knowledge already. You know, you have knowledge already. So it was a pleasure to speak with you. I didn't have to dig, like spend the whole time just digging. You know, you were like, okay, this is what's going on, blah, 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 blah. You know what I'm saying? And it's cool. I just don't think we got a chance to finish it. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah, I want you to get your next session. All right? So, yeah, you need to do that. I want to at least try and finish it, okay? Yes. So, I believe in results, and I love it. Yeah. Well, guess what? You still ready. Listen, you got to understand this. What you want, and this is for everybody, what you want wants you to. And guess what? The universe will send people in your space when you least expect it. Okay? You just got to know what it is you want. Remember, whatever you want wants you. Listen, the way that we get tripped up is we think about the how. that trips us up. Excuse me, we spend so much time thinking about how is it going to happen? Who is it going to be? How? Well, guess what? The universe has sent it to you. Okay? It's going to send it to you. You just don't be confused by what you want. Like, if you got to get out a piece of paper and put up there, you know, and everybody do this. I'm giving homework tonight. Okay? Get you. Look, y'all know this is my gratitude journal, right? But I'm just saying, get you some paper. I want you to write down at the top, what do I want? And I want to, thank you. And I want you to write down 30 things that you want. I want blah, blah, blah. It could be relationships. It could be money. It could be whatever. It could be a vacation. Whatever you're thinking of, I want you to write it down. If it don't even make sense, I want you to write it down. Just write it down. It was what do you want? Not how do you want it. What? What do you want? I want this. I want better relationships. I want to be closer to my husband. I want to be closer to my wife. I want this. I want that. I want another house. I want. Just write it down. And you got to do this exercise. Let's see, 30 things. You got to do it in 10 minutes. 30 things, and yeah, it's time. It's a timed exercise, right? It's timed. Why? Well, why? One, why is it timed? Because one, if I don't give you a time limit, you're going to take forever to do it. In fact, a lot of y'all ain't going to do it. Okay? Robert, I don't know who you are, but thank you very much. Okay? Thank you very much. I appreciate that compliment. Okay, what you want wants you to. That's right. What you want wants you. Now you got to do this exercise quick, because we're using when I go like this, y'all know what I mean, the subconscious mind. Your subconscious mind is being activated. Okay, your subconscious mind, or your higher self, or the God within you is being activated. Okay, so you can't linger with this thing. You can't say, oh, I'll do it later. Or you can't say, okay, I'll put a couple things I want here, and then an hour later come back, or 2 hours later, or a day. No, it don't work like that. This has to be fast. And so once you start, you may be sitting there, you may say, look, you might have a house full of kids, and you say, well, dang, the only time I'm really going to be be able to do it is when I go into the bathroom. Well, take your book and your pen. Where my pen at? My pen is somewhere. Take your book and your pen, or your piece of paper, into the bathroom with it. Close the door. Lock the door. Even if you need to put some headphones on to make it quiet, or to put some music, some really nice music on, right? Like I got some nice vibrational music in the background going on right now. It just keeps me calm. I just like it because it keeps me calm, okay? I'm a calm person. I'm not all over the place. I'm a calm person, okay? So anyway, just do it. Put a timer on your phone, okay, for 10 minutes, and go to town. Start working. Now, at first, it's going to be it's going to be hard for you. You're going to be like, dang, I'm sitting here trying to think about what is I want. I can't. You're going to start getting frustrated with yourself. Don't worry about it. Don't stop the clock. Just keep going. Okay. Hey, Deshawn. Hey, mortgage auntie. How are you doing? Okay. Just you going through this process. What you're doing right now is your conscious mind is fighting with your subconscious mind. Your conscious mind think it know everything and don't know nothing. Okay? Look, the subconscious mind is 10,000 times more powerful than the conscious mind. Okay? The conscious mind is your reasoning. The conscious mind is your logic. The conscious mind is the one that's always asking how something gonna happen. Okay? That's what the conscious mind does. But it's the subconscious mind that's the one that has all the answers to it. So I want you to keep doing this over and just let the time tick, and you just be thinking about what you want, and don't be worried about what you write. Just write some stuff down. Just write the stuff down. And when the buzzer goes off and the 10 minutes is up, look at what you have. Look at what you have. All right? And so that you need to keep. You need to keep that. And it's a great thing that you wrote it down, because what you write, you definitely invite. What you write, you invite. Okay? So it's key. You got to do these things. This is how the subconscious mind works. Okay? And this is part of the work that needs to be done. Okay? I know these crazy little exercises. Well, my preacher didn't tell me that. I know. Listen, your preacher don't know everything. He don't. I talk about this sometimes, how I grew up in the church. Okay, I grew up in the church, and there was a lot of times I was sitting in church, and I was like, this really don't make no sense. Like, really, it don't really make sense. It don't. Hey, Leroy. So if it don't make sense, it's just being preached to me over and over and over again. And the Bible said, in all you're getting, get understanding. And then, as fate would have it, okay, what you want wants you. I went to church one day, went to a brand new church that somebody told me about. There was a man that came over to fix my daggone TV, the cable TV, and he ended up telling me about this church less than 2 miles from me. And he was talking about this preacher was so good, right? And I was like, I just gotta go see. And that preacher, he changed my life. I would say his name, Henry Williams Jr. Henry Williams Jr., okay? Who has transitioned on, okay? But let me tell you, that man really changed my life. He woke me up. He woke me up. Now, he started out, yes, he started out in the church. He even started out, even when I listened to him, he was like a traditional preacher, but he just, he just had this gift. But he was always, he had played ball and stuff like that. So, I mean, he'd gone to Europe and played basketball, and, he had made some money in his life, right? He had some stuff. He wasn't living off the church. He had businesses and, properties, and, he had done well for himself. So he wasn't one of these preachers that was just living off the daggone church. Okay? He wasn't doing that. And he started to evolve. He started to get in different circles and have different understanding. And he knew senators and all this. He knew this stuff, right? But he was still down home. He still wanted, like, the average person to make it. It wasn't like he had bought out to the system. So he started educating us on some stuff. But the first thing he said was, don't take my word for it. In fact, never take a person's word for it that's standing before you. Go back and do your research. And the thing was, he never told me how to research. He just said, go research. So he started telling us about what I thought was maybe some off the wall stuff, but it really seemed like a lot of some of the stuff he was making was kind of making some sense, because remember, me back in them olden days when I was a kid, in the choir, singing in the choir, listening to the preacher, and I'm like, this don't make no sense. When he would talk about this stuff that wasn't mainstream, it started to make sense to me. And then I started to go back and research it. Like Google, YouTube, I really started researching. Now you can do TikTok and research stuff too. And the thing I like it is you get different point of views from thousands of different people, and if they all lining up to be the same thing, well, daggone it, you got something. Okay, so I started researching. He would tell us something. We had Wednesday night Bible study. Wednesday night Bible study was like university time, baby. It's time. This won't like no regular Wednesday night Bible study where all you doing is hooping and hollering. No, this was, let's get some information, and then I'm going to go on back to the crib, and I'm going to start researching that stuff Thursday, Friday, Saturday, and then Sunday we're going to get together, okay? That's how it was for years. And I was getting enlightened. While other people, I could tell they weren't studying because they had issues with it. Because it wasn't what they grew up with. It wasn't what they knew in their subconscious mind, what they grew up with. They didn't grow up with this kind of stuff. Right? And they were like, and he was bucking it. And they were bucking back, right? But daggone it, when you research it, you're like, well, shoot. And boy, I couldn't wait for the next. Even Sunday service, I was like, I could skip Sunday service. Just let me get the Wednesday Bible study, okay? And I started like doing that too, right? Just let me get the Wednesday Bible study, because that's when the truth come down, right? And not everybody was showing up for Wednesday. People were still playing church on Sunday. So not all of them, but I would say 75% of the people that showed up on Sunday, they were playing church, okay? They're there for the fashion, the look good, the hoop and holler. They say they want to get a word, but they don't want to change. All they want to do is hoop and holler, okay? What's the quote I heard today? Y'all heard this great quote today. What was it? Oh, where is it? All right, y'all gotta see this. You'll fight to keep yourself from changing, but you won't fight for change. Okay, that was a great quote that I heard today. I had to write that down, okay? So, he really started enlightening me on some stuff. And guess what? It's still going on today. Even though he's passed on, 2018 is when he transitioned. Your girl is still studying. And it's getting better and better and growing, okay? So a lot of this stuff that I may see, I may be like, okay, but I know the deal. Like, I know the deal. A lot of stuff I see going on today, I'm like, okay. Even like the fires in Maui, remember Revelation said it's going to be by fire next time. And that fire in Maui, y'all, to me, the way that thing just went so fast, and the amount of heat, guys, the amount of heat. I mean, melting aluminum, that is not a normal thing. That is almost like the heat also came up from the ground. There were aluminum wheels that melted. That doesn't happen in a normal fire. It was almost like that fire came from the daggone sky, but then there was something up underneath too, lava and all that kind of stuff. Oh, it was, y'all, I'm telling you, we have not heard the real thing. There's a lot of stuff that don't make sense. A lot of stuff that doesn't make sense about that. But remember, in Revelations, it said fire. By fire next time. What about the fires that were in Canada? Okay. The fires that were in Canada, and I'm down here in North Carolina, and they're giving us an environmental warning, like don't go outside because of the smog, and not even the smog, of the pollutants in the air from a fire in Canada. I don't think so. But y'all saw that. I've heard hearing now with fires in Greece as well. And I'm not even trying to research this stuff. It's just popping up. But y'all, I'm telling you. They said fire next time. And does anybody know here what the Anunnaki? Does anyone know the term Anunnaki? If you know what Anunnaki means, give me some hearts. If you know, tap that screen if you know what Anunnaki means, okay? And if you don't, it's okay. I won't even talk about it. I won't even go there. Hey Roderick, I won't even go there, okay? Because you don't know what it means. It will probably be too much for you, okay? But look it up right here on TikTok. How about that? You can do a lot here on TikTok. TikTok will really open up your eyes to some things, okay? Now, some things on TikTok, it ain't 100% true. It's not. But daggone it, you can do some research on here, and you can find some stuff. And let me tell you, in my world, it all makes sense. Like, it's all making sense. From even the things that I heard as a child that didn't make sense, but I know why they didn't make sense, right? To what I'm hearing now, it all makes sense, okay? So anyway, I don't want to get off topic. The topic today is, what's your problem? What is your problem? My name is Val Dantzler. I'm a licensed and certified neuroencoding specialist, and all that means is I'm able to help you program yourself so that you will naturally default to the better version of yourself. And it all starts with awareness. You've got to become aware, okay? And so I help you through that problem. So I don't care what your problems are. Now, if you look at the link that I have up yonder there, you will see that I'm offering a first session, okay? You can get a first session with me. Cassie was on here a little bit earlier, and she was talking about how she loved her first session, how she got a breakthrough in her session, and she's ready for her next session, okay? Okay? So it's powerful. I'm not a therapist, although I work with a lot of therapists, okay? But my therapist friends have even told me, Val, you help people go further faster. You help people go faster than we help them go faster. Why? Because I hone in on results. I hone in on action. All right? That's what I hone in on. It's about programming yourself so that you can naturally default to the best version of yourself. And you will naturally default to the best version of yourself. Okay? You really, really, really will. Okay? And so you will become aware, just like I became aware of things. And I'm continuing to become aware. Okay? Listen, you will have some homework to do. Okay? So don't think this is just me talking. You're going to have some homework to do. Cassie said, I agree. You're like a guided missile to the reprogram. Thank you, Cassie. Thank you, girl. I had no idea you were still on here. But I'm telling you, what I have, I am blessed. Okay, first of all, I'm really, really blessed to be able to use the gift that I have. Okay, there's several gifts. I can read energy. I get downloads. Okay, and I used to be the type of person who was shy. I didn't have a lot of confidence, right? I felt like there was something in me, but how would I get this out? Okay, but it comes from doing the work. Okay, and I'm continuing to do the work. So don't think, that I have just arrived. I'm doing the work, but I'm not telling you any work that I've not done for myself. Okay, never that, because this is not about theory. This ain't something that I learned on a video and I'm trying out with you. No. This is tested, tried and true, and I've done it myself. okay? And I'm continuing to do it because it's a work, y'all. It's a process. We didn't get this way overnight. We didn't get these problems overnight, okay? So you have to reprogram your mind. And I'm constantly reprogramming my mind. I do that, okay? Because I want to get better. I want to perfect my craft, okay? I want to perfect myself. And guess what? I've been mandated to reach the world with this. This is one of the reasons why I'm on TikTok right now. Because I want to reach the world. So guys, share this out to 5 people. Whether you know them or not. Just hit that little share button and click 5 names on. 5 names that you can share this with. Because I promise you, I've helped a lot of people. And I'm going to continue to help a lot of people. But guess what? I need your help. If I've helped you, and thank you, Cassie, for saying so, that I've helped you, okay? And we know that the work is not over with, okay? That warms my heart that I helped, okay? But I know what I got. It works. I know what I have is better than what you're going to get from a therapist. The only reason you're going to a therapist right now is because that's all you know about. Okay? And your insurance will pay for it. That's the only reason. But it's I probably shouldn't say what I just thought. But I'm going to say it. I'm going to say for 9 times out of 10. Now listen, I'm going to tell you, there are times when you really do need a therapist. Let me just say this. There are times when you really do need a therapist. Okay? For instance, people who cut. They cut. You need a therapist. Okay? Yeah, people who do self-mutilization. They mutilate themselves. They mutilate other people. You need a therapist. But I'm going to say 9 times out of 10, what you really need is not a therapist. It's a coach. But because the insurance companies, the medical industry, all of those, the lobbyists, the government, they have made it easy for you to go out and get a therapist, and you think you're really getting something done. But I'm telling you, my therapist who I stand shoulder to shoulder with, my therapist friends, it's going to take you a long time to see some results. Because 9 times out of 10 with a therapist, they're going to have you sit down. Mind you, the insurance companies are paying for them. You might have a little copay or something like that, but the insurance is paying. They getting paid. So guess what? What's the name of what do they call a therapist that passed with a D? A therapist. Okay. What do they call a therapist that passed with a D? They passed a therapist. Okay? So keep that in mind. Your therapist is going to have you say, well, tell me what's going on. Tell me all your problems. Okay? In fact, I really know the people that I have meetings with, that I have sessions with. I can tell. They don't even have to tell me if they're seeing a therapist. I can tell. Because immediately, instead of answering the questions that I have for them, they're telling me all their problems. All of them. I didn't ask you for all of your problems, okay? But they're so used to that. Because a therapy session can go on for an hour or more. And you just, many sessions. And all you're doing is you're telling your problems to them. It's almost like being on the beach, talking to a girlfriend, you know, your good girlfriend, and you're just telling her all your problems, because you just got to get it out. I just got to get it out, right? I just got to get it out. And what's happening is, when you're getting it out like that, and you're getting all emotional with it, you know what you're doing? You putting that seed right back on into your subconscious system. Yeah, and your subconscious it mandates 10,000 times is more powerful than your conscious mind, which is your thinking mind. Okay? Your subconscious, it definitely mandates how you believe in something and how you think about something. Okay? And so what you're doing with that wonderful therapist or that wonderful girlfriend on the beach, you are just grounding that in back into your subconscious mind. You're not getting anywhere. You're not getting further faster. Because all you're doing most of the talking. You talking. Okay? Which, that's not bad that you're talking. But all you're talking about is the same thing that you've been talking about. And you keep, what did Einstein say? The definition of stupidity is doing the same thing over and over again, expecting a different result. There's no one there to interrupt your pattern. They're not interrupting your pattern. They're not putting anything good into that once that interruption has been done. Okay, they're not putting anything good back into your brain. And you just are just regurgitating and repeating the same thing over and over and over again. So it takes a long time to get anywhere. Okay? But with me, I give you five sessions. Really, you get about 7 sessions. Okay? And those 7 sessions, you will be changed. The first session, you're going to be changed. The first session, whether you realize it or not, you're going to be changed. Okay? You're going to be changed. And so, and especially if you use some homework too, but just in the first session, I haven't even given homework yet. I give homework at the end. But just in that first session, you're going to say, well, this was different. How do I feel? Okay? And then you're going to be able to go back and look at the recording. The recording doesn't lie. Okay? It doesn't lie. And so, yeah. Change. That's just within the first session. Second session, definitely, I'm going for some type of a breakthrough. Okay? But we have to be honest with each other. Okay? We have to. And just know too that everything, hey Marie, everything that I talk about, I always say it in confidence. You always have complete confidence. You don't have to worry. That's why I'm not putting any sessions, any recordings of any sessions out here. I could do it, but I'm not. The confidentiality and the trust that I have with you is so much more important than that. Or I can make some content without that. All right. So that's it. Like I was telling my children about the experience, telling them they have to talk to you too. Oh, thank you, Cassie. Thank you, Cassie. Well, you know where I am. Just click that link. Hey, Goddess. Hi. Hey, Goddess Sweet. How are you? Goddess, I don't know if I know you. Thank you. Do I know you, Goddess? Where you coming in from? Thank you for the gifts. Thank you. She came in here with gifts. Okay. Hey, Goddess. How you doing? So, yeah. So, I enjoy this. I enjoy the coaching. I enjoy helping. I enjoy helping, and I enjoy seeing that breakthrough. Yes, I caught your book club. Oh, with Reverend Ike. Oh, yes. Hey, Goddess. How are you doing? Yeah, y'all. So listen, I love me some Reverend Ike. Okay? Now, y'all might be like, some people are like, Reverend Ike. I'm like, yes. Reverend Ike was the truth. Listen, I'm going to say is the truth, okay? Because spirit and energy never dies. It just continues on, okay? And he's the first one that I know of. Like, let me just give you this precursor about Reverend Ike. So when I was growing up, so let's see, I was born, I'm going to tell my age a little. Well, okay. I'm going to tell my age. I was born in the late 1960s, okay? I know. I don't look it. I know I don't look it. I know. Hey, Jay, how you doing? But around 1974-ish is when Reverend Ike really came on the scene big. Like, he was the first African American preacher that was like on TV, like nationwide TV, on radio, on nationwide, right? And he got ostracized a lot, especially by the people in his own community, saying he was a money preacher, he was just about the money and all that kind of stuff, right? So I remember as a little girl, I think I do remember seeing him on TV, like just a little bit, because my parents, my grandparents, they were like, oh, that's a money preacher. Oh, listen to somebody else. They would say, go listen to Billy Graham. So we would keep it on Billy Graham. I know. Anyway. Years later, in my adult life, now I done grown up and everything, I'm on my own. And I started listening to Reverend Ike on YouTube. Now this is after, y'all, I told you about the enlightenment phase. Exactly, Cassie. That program you deep. Exactly. I told you I had to go through this phase in my life where I started out in the church with my pastor, Henry Williams Jr., and then he started enlightening me on some things. And then he told me, you gotta, even before he started enlightening me, he told me you gotta research stuff. You gotta research stuff on your own. And everybody else, every preacher was telling me, go in the Bible, read the Bible, read the Bible. He never said that. He just said research it. He just said research it. So I went to Google and I went to YouTube. Ain't that how we research stuff, y'all? And now TikTok. Is that not how we research stuff? This is how we research. Okay? Real quick. We want something quick. We research like that. It started opening up my eyes, and I really got into it. So now I've traveled, I've gone to different conferences, I've met with some really big name thought leaders, and I've been, in some masterminds and stuff like that, and really gotten deep on this thing, right? I've even become licensed and certified in neuroscience, okay? And so I came across Reverend Ike again on YouTube. Now, this time, Reverend Ike, he started sounding a little bit different. Now, these are recordings back in the 1970s when I was a kid, and I would turn it on, and my parents would turn away from it real quick, saying, no. I started listening, I said, oh my God, Reverend Ike is teaching quantum physics right now. Oh my God, this is neuroscience right now. And then I did a video, it's down in my timeline somewhere, where I paired him, this is from 1974, Reverend Ike, and I paired him with Dr. Joe Dispenza. And if you know who Dr. Joe Dispenza is, this was like a 2021-ish from Dr. Dispenza, who is world-renowned in quantum physics, world-renowned in neuroscience, world-renowned, okay? I put Reverend Ike said something, then y'all heard Dr. Joe Dispenza say the same thing that Reverend Ike said, 1974 to 2021, okay? Black man, white man, all right? Celebrated, not so celebrated, unfortunately, okay? And I said, oh my God, I'm so glad that Reverend Ike kept going. I'm so glad that Reverend Ike did not listen to the naysayers. I'm so glad that this man who started with absolutely nothing, he grew up in Ridgeland, South Carolina, which is right down the road from me. Ain't hardly nothing in Ridgeland, South Carolina, okay? If you from Ridgeland, I'm sorry, but you know the truth, okay? Ain't nothing much there, okay? And Reverend Ike would talk about how poor he was growing up. Okay? It's folks still poor like that in Ridgeland. Okay? Now, this man, I started really listening because, I grew up in the church. So it's like my familiarity is with the church. The hymns, the sermons, that's a part that's in my subconscious mind. It is a familiarity. There's a comfort in there, right? I just like that because I grew up in it. But the things that the preachers, the average preachers out there say, I ain't going along because I'm like, they don't know. They say one thing, and I'm like, I know where they at. I know where they at, and they ain't got it. They don't know. They just repeating something that they heard, something that they learned. It ain't nothing that they know, like really for themselves. But Reverend Ike, every time I listen to Reverend Ike, it's different. Thank you, Goddess. It's different. I'm telling you, that man is not no money preacher. There's a reason why he had money. There's a reason. Yo, you can bend the whole universe to your favor. We can do that. We have the power to do it. Okay? They're not teaching it to you in the average church. They are not. I'm just telling you. You can bend the universe to your favor, and it starts with this. When I talk about awareness, when I talk about interrupting a pattern, when I talk about putting something into that pattern after you've interrupted it so that you can reverberate something different. When I talk about love being a strong power and that you can send out the energy of love, that's quantum physics. When I talk about what you want wants you, that's quantum physics. That's a bend in the universe into your favor, and you have the power to do it. Listen, if you got the power to do the opposite and to get the stuff that you don't want, or you say that you don't want, if you say, why do bad things keep happening to me? It's because you keep thinking about them bad things. You need to interrupt that pattern and put something else in it. Okay? So that's all Reverend Ike was doing. He was constantly interrupting that pattern, putting something else into it. Okay? Putting something else into it. And he was really putting some truth in there. Because I'm telling you, he do quantum physics like boom. Stuff that they done spent millions of dollars researching today. I told you quantum physics is a science, right? It's a science. But they just are now starting to really put money into it, to sink money into it. Reverend Ike knew it way back then. Okay? So God has said yes, 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 yes. Goddess, I'm so glad you came on today and said hello to me and gave me all those likes and the roses and everything. I really appreciate that. Like, for real. Thank you for the love. My love goes back out to you. Do you feel it? Do you feel it? Do you feel it? I'm telling y'all, this is real. This is real. This is real. So if you want to know more, okay, y'all click that link in my bio and go ahead. It's just going to say Pensight. Set up a first session with me. It's just a first session. You're not under any obligation to continue on whatsoever. It is not going to be one of those sessions where I try to talk you into anything. You can ask Cassie. I go in on that first session because I believe as I give, I'm going to get it anyway. Right? That's just the law. Okay? Thank you. Yeah, keep it circulating. Exactly. Keep it circulating. Thank you. And guys, share this out so that other people can see it, because people don't know. You know, the Bible does say we perish for the lack of knowledge. Well, knowledge in what? See, you've been beat up for too long. Think about is knowledge in the word, knowledge in what the preacher said. Y'all, that's not the knowledge that the Bible was talking about. It's not. There's certain laws that you don't understand. I understand them. And I'm understanding. Listen, I'm understanding and I'm continuing to study them. So I'm going precept upon precept upon precept, okay? So there's laws in operation that you don't understand. That once you understand and it's not even anything that's complicated, okay? But once you start practicing these laws, putting it into practice, guys, no one's going to be able to tell you anything. You're going to be able to have the things that you want to have. You just got to believe it. Belief is big too. We go into that too. We go into belief too. So guys, click that link. Click the link. Don't get off of here without clicking that link. Okay? And set you up a session. It's going to go to my pen site, which is a new platform that I'm using, which I absolutely love it. Okay? And you can book your session, right? Our session is actually going to be held within that pen site platform. Once you sign up, you're going to put your name, you're going to put your email address in there. Make sure it's the right email address, because guess what? Pensite, when you schedule your session with me, Pensite is going to send your notifications to that email address. Also, when you schedule with me, I've got to be the one to accept it. I'm going to look at my schedule and I'm going to say, okay, no, I can do this. I can't do this now. Or no, I can't do that. I can't do it that way. Listen, look at your email and see whether or not I have accepted it. You get a confirmation, or I'll say we need to reschedule it for another day. Now, I can tell you right now, the best days are Monday, Tuesdays, and Wednesdays, especially during the day, right? Monday, Tuesday, Wednesdays, but I do have some evenings. I think I go till 11, I think. That's for my people on the West Coast, okay? Because I know how it is. 11 o'clock my time is what? 8 o'clock your time, okay? So that's the latest I go. So book yourselves a session, guys. If you know other people that need a session, you can send them my link as well. Tell them to sign up for their own session, okay? And again, you're not under any obligation whatsoever. I declare, I know you're going to get something out of it. For real, for real. I've got too many accolades, okay, of people telling me, girl, you spot on. You know exactly what you're doing, okay? So just be ready. I'm going to be asking you a lot of questions, because that's what it's about. It's not about you just sitting here listening to me. I know you're listening to me now, but our coaching session is about you. It's about you solving whatever that problem is. It can be relationships. Can't wait. I'll be signing up soon. Okay, great. I can't wait, goddess. I cannot wait. Yes. What is the subject about? The subject is, we're talking about what is your problem. So your problem can be anything. It can be relationships. It can be money. Hey, Archetype, how you doing? It could be relationships. It could be money. It could be job. It can be whatever your limiting belief is. I need you to pick one of them now, okay? I need you to kind of come to the table knowing, thank you. I just decided to let my hair down. I just decided, thank you. Good. I'm glad you are wonderful, Archetype. I'm glad you are. But whatever your limiting belief is, it's a limiting belief. Whatever your problem is, okay, Gerald, book a session with me. Whatever your limiting belief is, if it's, I don't have enough money, that is a limiting belief. Ask yourself, how long have you been experiencing that? And is it just the powers that be? Oh, Archetype said, don't say that. I'm sorry. I forgot. I'm learning myself. And I'm learning from you guys too. Let's see, archetype. Is it them? See, archetype, I remember. Is it them that you think is why you don't have enough money? It ain't them. It's you. It's your limiting belief. That's what it is. And it's not your fault. So don't think it's your fault. It just is. It is just something that just needs to be corrected. And it can be corrected. You said it's always oneself. Exactly, archetype. It's always us. It's everything starts with us. How you think, so you feel. How you feel, so you do. How you do, so you have. How you think, how you feel. If you don't feel like doing something, if you don't feel like nothing, if you feeling down, how much stuff you gonna really do? If you feel like you worthless, how are you gonna feel? How are you gonna actually do what needs to be done to say, I'm worthy of money, I'm worthy of love, I'm worthy? That feeling is important. Don't skip that feeling. You know, our heart puts out more I'm gonna get the word wrong. I want to say electromagnetic currents. Our heart produces more electromagnetic current than our brain. How you feel is so important. You cannot fake the feeling. You can't fake it. How you think, it starts with how you think. So if you can change how you think, and how you think, it just doesn't come from osmosis. Well, I'm just going to think positive. Well, yeah, that's part of it. But not no fake think positive. You got to really think positive. It's got to become a part of you. Well, how do you get it to become a part of you, Val? That's what I'm talking about. Whatever that pattern is, I teach you how to interrupt it. And to interrupt it, you got to become aware of it. A lot of you have been thinking the same thing for so long. Thank you, Papa Bear. A lot of y'all been thinking the same thing for so long. It's just a freaking habit. Yes, a habit, because you've been thinking of it. You're not even aware that you're thinking of it. You in the picture frame. You can't see the picture. You need somebody outside of you to look at the picture and say, you know, you've been thinking this same thing for a long time. You ain't got to where you want to be because it's the way you think it is. But really, this ain't the way you think it is, because the picture is not just, the picture is huge. You a part of something gigantic. Hey, Papa Bear. Aw, thank you, Papa Bear. Tell me where you from, Papa Bear. I like that name, too, Papa Bear. But you need someone like a coach, like me. Hey, California. Here come my West Coast people. Here my West Coast people. You need someone to look at the picture and tell you what needs to be done. Interrupt that pattern, and how to interrupt the pattern, and how to put something else in it. Okay? And we do it over and 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 over again. And then you have a new programming instead of that old programming. So your thoughts become different automatically. Remember I told you, I help you program yourself automatically so that you default automatically to the best version of yourself. I said that. Every word that I said, I understand what I said. that I'm not just saying it. It's for real. So no, you can't just say, well, I'm just going to think positive. No, that's not automatic. That's not like real. You understand what I'm saying? Like, case in point, one of my new ladies, one of my new clients, I think it's her second or third session. And again, I don't divulge names. I don't, nothing that's private do I ever discuss. Okay. So I have confidentiality, right? But she said, you know, blah, 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 this is what happened to me, and da, da, da. And then I did blah, 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 which really surprised me. And I said, oh. Now, our first session, we talked about you interrupting the pattern. You mean you became aware and then you interrupted your own pattern like that? And she said, oh my God, I did. And I said, how did you feel after that? She says, I felt great. She said, I didn't understand it, but I felt great. She didn't even know what she had done. Something that she had learned in the first session, she was automatically doing it now. I think it's the second or third session. I forget now. But this is what I'm talking about. I get results quick. I help you go further, faster. We ain't got time to play. Look, ain't nobody got money to lose and time to play. Okay? So if you about it, I'm about it. And I'm definitely about it. Okay? I'm licensed, I'm certified, and I am equipped. Okay? And I ain't just saying it. I got the deets to prove it. Okay? Click that link and you're going to see some other people who have given their testimonies. I got people that have given a couple of testimonies. Okay? This is not just friends who gave a testimony. These are people that I didn't know. Okay? Just like I don't know you. All right? But they trusted me enough to give me to open door a little bit of what I had to say. And guess what? They weren't sorry that they did. And you won't be sorry that you did either. So what's your problem? Whatever your problem is, I'm going to tell you, it comes from a limiting belief. I take you from a limiting belief to limitless living. A limiting belief to limitless living. Limitless living means you got control now. It's not like you just waiting for. It's not like stuff is just happening for you. Like we say, life be lifing. Yeah, that's true. Life gonna be lifing. But just because life be lifing doesn't mean you can't be ready. Doesn't mean you can't be equipped to respond to it. Okay? Like respond. Don't react. Respond to it. Response takes a level of intelligence. Respond takes knowledge. Response takes you've been coached in this area. We're not saying life ain't gonna happen. Heck, life happens to me. Okay? Life is like this. You have your ups and you have your downs. You have your ups and you have your downs. Okay? Life be lifing. People got problems. You're going to continue to have problems. But let's just not let the problem be the same problem you've been having over and over and over and over again. Okay? Like, can we have a problem? Can we triumph over that problem? Knowing there's going to be another problem, but we up here now. And now so what are we doing? We got problems, but we're equipped. And really, we're going higher. You see what I'm saying? That's the difference. That's it. This is like a freaking roller coaster. We ain't got time for that. Ain't nobody got time for that. So anyway, guys, what's going on? I'm your gal, Victorious Val Gal, also known as Coach Val, and I'm a licensed and certified neuro encoding specialist. That just means I program you, okay, and I help you program yourself so that you automatically default to the higher version of yourself, like automatically. And it's just a beautiful thing. I am a transformational coach. You will transform. You will transform. And it doesn't take a freaking PhD for you to understand it. I break it down. I give you exercises to do, right? And so as you do the exercises, you're going to be, one, you're going to be encoding it in your body. And number two, you're going to get revelation. And you're going to get confidence in yourself as well. Because it wasn't me that did it. You did it. You did it. You transformed. I'm just the guide. I'm just the catalyst. I'm just the one that asks the right questions so that you will what? Think. And think differently about it. All right? So listen, does anybody have any questions for me? Any questions, comments, concerns? If you got a problem right now, blurt it out. Okay? If you want some help with it, if you want to just be more confidential about it, and you're like, you know what, I do want a one-on-one with her. I really do want a one-on-one with her, because she's not sounding like anybody else that I've ever heard before. I'm not anybody else that you've ever heard before. But I tell you one thing, I'm not just a lot of talk either. I'm not just a lot of talk. I'm not just a pretty face. Okay? But I help you think differently. I help you take control. And you will. Y'all, for years now, I've helped a lot of people. I can help you reach the next level. And I'm super excited about it. This is what I was called to do. So, click that link. Don't be shy. Click the link, okay? Get a one-on-one session with me, a first session with me. Or this other thing, I've got some freebies on there too. Take some of the freebies, okay? Start where you can start. But do something. Don't just let help come to you. What you've been searching for is also searching for you. If you came on this channel and it's your first time seeing me, it could be even your second or third time seeing me. But you're here for a reason. It wasn't by mistake. You've been searching for something. You've been wanting something. Everybody that you see, every testimony that you see, guess what? They were searching for something too. They tried me out and they're happy that they did. And guess what? I'm happy to serve you. I'm very happy to serve you. It's what I'm put on this earth to do. So click that link, okay, and get yourself a first session with me, or check out some of the other things that I have. All right, so guys, I'm gonna give it another minute. If you guys don't have any questions for me, we got 1.8 thousand likes. Ew. Y'all know I like those likes. I like those hearts. So tap that screen, give me some love, because I'm going to tell you, it's going to come right on back to you. It will come right on back to you, okay? So, guys, listen. Thank you so much. Thank you. I appreciate that so much. Guys, listen, it's really my heart. It's my heart to help you, okay? And I know that I can. Thank you, Cassie. Oh, I appreciate that so much. It's my heart to help you, right? And I'm for real. I'm for real. There ain't no smoke and mirrors to this. I know there's a lot of people out here saying a lot of different stuff. It's okay. I'm just not one of them. I'm for real. Okay? Because I have to do everything that I do with love and integrity and honesty. And I honestly want to help you with your problems, and I know I can. As long as you come with the attitude that you want to be helped and you open, I can help you. All right, so with that being said, guys, I'm gonna get on off of here. I actually got some more studying, some more stuff that I need to do, okay, so that I can get right for you even better and better and better. No, it don't stop. I ain't one of those that just ain't no longer studying, ain't no longer reaching new levels. Can't stop, won't stop, baby. And you don't stop either. Talk to y'all later. It's your gal, Victorious Val Gal, signing off. Until next time, Bye-bye.